Good morning. I would like to welcome everyone to today's presentation on different water sources in farming industry. My name is Tracy Mpango and I'm going to show you how to discuss different water sources. So the objective of this lesson is to discuss three different water sources that are used in agriculture. Understanding water management helps students to appreciate the importance of sustainable agriculture and ensuring food security. So that's the relevance of this topic or the study. So, uh, yes, as I have said that I am going to show you how to discuss different water sources. So discussing signify to speak or write about the defined topic in detail, speaking into account different subjects or ideas. So I will guide you through this discussion of different water sources utilized in agriculture or farming industry. Know that I will be using the term agriculture or farming industry as it is one and the same thing. So as we know that water is necessary for plant growth and agriculture is one of the biggest utilizers of water worldwide. And it is calculated that agriculture accounts for around 70% of the global freshwater withdrawals, with the prevalence projected to reach 9.7 billion by 2025. At the end of so the need for water in agriculture is simply going to increase. So let us dive in and disclose the several water sources that farmers and agriculturalists depend to satisfy this demand. Note that I will be focusing on the three following different water sources, namely surface water, groundwater, and rainwater harvesting. So surface water is the initial water source I will discuss is the initial water source that I will discuss, and it consists of rivers, lakes, reservoirs, and wetlands. Surface water is frequently utilized for irrigation, which is the main application of water to land for farming industry practices. Surface water is used by farmers to produce a broad range of crops, starting with fruits and vegetables to cereal crops and nuts. In actuality, the utilization of surface water to irrigate crops is known to be around 40%. Do you understand? So, one of the benefits of utilizing surface water is that it is constantly readily accessible and can be effortlessly transported to farms through canals and pipelines. Though surface water can, moreover, be open to population, sedimentation, and climate change, which can influence its quality and accessibility. So the second water source that we'll discuss is groundwater. Groundwater is the water source that is reserved under the surface of the earth in aquifers, which are layers of permeable rock. This kind of water source is essential during the period of water scarcity. Groundwater is used by farmers for irrigation as well as for drinking by livestock. It is also utilized to water crops of about 20% nationwide. The benefit of utilizing groundwater is that it is mainly a solid source of water, especially in times of drought. Although groundwater can be susceptible to overconsumption, contamination, and global warming, which can affect its characteristics and accessibility. So, the third water source that we'll discuss is rainwater harvesting. This water source comprises of gathering and keeping rainwater to be utilized later in farming industry. It is very a useful approach for depleting the water. Yes, the need for water and surface sources. Rainwater harvesting is also utilized by agriculturalists to gather and reserve rainwater through the season. Our last water source is rainwater harvesting. This water source comprises of gathering and keeping rainwater to be utilized later in farming industry. It is a very useful approach for depleting the need of groundwater and surface sources. Rainwater harvesting is also utilized by agriculturalists to gather and reserve rainwater throughout the season of rain, and which it can be utilized throughout the rainless season. This technique is notably valuable in regions with elevated rainfall volatility. So the merit of utilizing rainwater harvesting is that it is less expensive and it is a basic solution that can be executed at the field level. And nevertheless, rainwater harvesting can as well be susceptible to global warming, which can be influential to the energy and the patterns of rainfall. So as I conclude my discussion about these water sources, bear in mind that they all have a part in contribution of the growth of plants and the overall agricultural production. But however, there is one source that is commonly used in the farming industry. As I've done my research, I have found that um, the I found that groundwater is commonly used in agriculture as it contains 39%, and the other ones have less percentage, and that it was according to the United Nations of Global Water Sources. So thank you for giving me all your attention as I discuss with you in depth the world of water sources in agriculture. I hope you have obtained a better understanding of different water sources utilized in agriculture and the significance of sustainable water management practices. For those who may need some further details about the different water sources, can check, or yes, they can check their agricultural science textbook. So thank you once more for your time. If you have any question, you may ask. Thank you.